Seriously, bro, you need to lock in. I know you've heard this exact phrase, you need to lock in, for I'd say the past 3 to 4 years when grind culture has become a whole lot more mainstream. But when I tell you that you need to lock in, this should be the final warning. And I hope that this video can help get you off your ass and actually start to make and leave a positive impact on this world for you. Not for anyone else, but yourself. And what do I even mean by that? Energy. Specifically, masculine energy. Right now, I can list like over 10 things which are pissing you off. You're not happy with how you look. You're not happy with your diet. You're not happy with the fact that you don't have a girlfriend. You're not happy with your bank account. You are not happy with so many things. Cool, great, normal. We all have goals. What if I was to tell you that the only reason why you haven't accomplished those things yet is because you're not in your masculine energy and you're in your feminine energy? You're showing off more of this boyhood behavior, making excuses, being emotional, not being locked in, and just straight up, I hate to say the word, but coping hard, like extremely hard. I can say the fact that you're watching this video is a sign of coping, because there are so many other things right now that you could be doing to reach and accomplish those goals. And there's only one way to do so. And that's by being locked in. As cringe as it may sound. And I mean fully locked in. Everything being dialed to an absolute T. Your diet, your training, your self-improvement with your reading, your meditating, your content creation, your investments, everything has to be locked in, and there is no other way or excuse you can make. And believe it or not, the more locked in you are, yes, that correlates with you being more in your masculine energy. So now you're going to be a whole lot more likely to attract that girl you've been wanting to attract. You're not going to attract that girl by showing more of this neediness and what's the word? Childishness. Is that even a word? I don't know. You need to man up. And if younger Adrian was watching this is exactly what I would tell him. I wish I could grab my younger self by the throat and slap him left, right, up, down, backwards, forwards, every single way. My most recent video was a fact that I fell off self-improvement. And if you didn't watch that, I will leave a link or I'll chuck it up here now. I myself fell off after being locked in for like the past 3 years I've been on this journey for. And this past week, I have never felt better. Going all in. Absolutely all in. Not making any excuses. I've made a full schedule. I've decided, okay, let's post 6 to 7 shorts in a day. Let's post a YouTube video 1 to 2 days. Let's go to the gym and train harder than ever before. Let's start, because I know trying to read books at home hasn't been as accomplishable just because, yeah, I have siblings. I still live with my parents. So how can I counter this with being distracted less? And put me more in the right energy, make me make even more progress. There's literally a library right up the road. Why don't I just drive up to the library and put myself in a workspace environment? Because I know when I'm in that environment, holy fuck, my goal's to read 1 hour? Bro, I think I can. No, I know I'm gonna read for 2 hours because of how good I feel and the people around me are working. So it pretty much gives me no choice but to work more myself. And when I can have the discipline to not just rush through the book, not just rush through the pages, but actually take in what the author is trying to teach me and leave my ego at the door, that skill of putting my ego aside is gonna translate in other areas of my life, in my relationship, in my content, less ego, and just willing to post more and share more because I'm no longer ego driven. How crazy is this? It all starts with books. Say I'm going insane. But right now, the only reason why you're not posting content, the only reason why you're not as locked in as you think you should be, is because your ego is stopping you. You haven't practiced the skill of being like purely authentic and saying your ego, you can wait there. I'm on that path to success. So you can shut the fuck up. No, I don't know it all. No, I'm not going to stop here. If anything, I'm going to do 10x the amount of work that younger me was doing. And yes, I understand, bro, there's different levels of this. There's like different, there's higher and higher and higher levels of limiting beliefs that you have to eliminate and destroy one at a time. How did I reach this level of being locked in whilst also quite literally just not giving a fuck? Because I have friends who look at me and they always say, "Oh, Adrian, do you not care about this or that or that?" But I say, care about what? Other people's opinions? Am I living for them? Why do I want to make them happy? Why? I want to live for myself. I'm going to do what makes me happy. And if I feel like I have something to share and that will benefit others, not caring about what they have to say about it, bro, I'm just going to do that because that is like fulfilling as fuck. So fulfilling. Way, way, way more fulfilling than just living life, not wanting to upset people, don't want to upset your boss, have to be the little good boy or tucked up, chin in. What a boring existence, bro. So boring. So I say back to my friends, I'm gonna post what I want to post in all areas of self-improvement because I know, I was about to say I think, I know there is value in what I have to share. And the more I share, the more consistent I am, the more locked in I'll be, the more masculine I'll be. You hear the phrase of becoming too comfortable. Life is long, it is a marathon and not a sprint. But if right now you feel like, well, you watch this video because you want to be locked in, so you most likely are. Right now you are comfortable. You are. Unfortunately, you're comfortable. And does that mean you're going to be stuck like that? Rocky. Psst, psst. Oh my god. Rocky, Rocky, Rocky. Oh, he wants to come down. Sorry, Rocky. Oh, this guy's hair everywhere. God damn it. Psst, psst, psst. Right now, being comfortable, a better way you should phrase and word it is being in your feminine energy. But what if I was to tell you, you can flip the switch just like that and go back into the right energy that allows you to be motivated, to be disciplined, to be locked in? All with one conversation, it can change. What's a story? Okay, I can hang out with my girlfriend for a whole weekend and just masculine energy. Okay, I'm off my goals. I feel good. I'm being present. I feel amazing. But naturally, I'm going to be more in my feminine energy. And there's nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong. It's fine. I'm just like so happy and I fucking love every single minute I spend. It's just that when I ask myself, okay, how can I get back now that I'm alone? Okay, now that I'm by myself, how can I be productive now in my own time to be put back in my right, masculine, intense, disciplined, army type energy? Let's catch up with one of my male friends, because I know every time I see one of my male friends, he motivates me, he challenges me, he pushes me to wake the fuck up. He almost like slaps me in the face, because it's like, it's brotherhood. As cringe as you may think it sounds, this is the truth. Whereas if you have feminine guy friends who just cope, make excuses, don't want to do any work, sit on their ass, and you spend every minute of the waking hours with them, brother, of course you're not going to be locked in. You're hanging out with guys who just cope. You're going to be the seventh guy who copes as well. If I was with you right now and we were to sit down and get coffee and have a one-on-one conversation, and I was to tell you everything that you should be doing and everything that you shouldn't be doing, I know 100,000,000% after that conversation, when you go home, you're going to go in your room and get that book I told you to read and read every single page that night. Because you feel the pressure, you feel the challenge, you feel the emotions coming inside of you, saying to yourself that if I don't do this now, Adrian is quite literally going to... So I need to do it. I need to do it. Masculine energy is all about challenge. When you were little, your father would challenge you in whatever way he could. If he was a good father, he'd understand that my son needs to be challenged to become the man he needs to become. If your father didn't challenge you, which I hate to say, my father really didn't. My parents got divorced when I was like 12, bro. I didn't have like a father figure in the house for most of my teenage years. I was like that feminine, soft, insecure, awkward guy. Literally, if we just zoom back like 3 years ago, that was me, like all of high school. I didn't understand anything about masculine, feminine polarity. I didn't understand that, holy shit, as guys, we need to be challenged. We need criticism. We need our friends to criticize us ruthlessly. Because when they do, it pushes us. It enables us to be even more locked in than what we once were. My videos challenge you. Maybe right now in your whole life, no one's challenging you. So that's why you come to my YouTube channel to hear me give you an actionable step to challenge you in whatever way. Cool, great. But it's going to come to a point in time for you to reach that next level, you need to start challenging yourself. Because I guess the ways I challenge you is like pretty broad. But for you to reach higher and higher and higher levels of success and what you want to accomplish personally, obviously I don't really know your personal goals. So you'll have to give yourself personal challenges. Okay, I'm gonna hit 90 kilos lean. Okay, I'm gonna run 5 kilometers in under 20 minutes. I'm gonna set myself goals because goals enable me to be the man I'm meant to be. And without them, I get comfortable, I get soft, I get lazy, I procrastinate. In all areas of my life, in my relationship, in my gym journey, with my content, I just procrastinate. And that's what I was doing with my content. I would start giving the bare minimum. That's why my last video, I was saying I fell off because I did. My life, what I was doing behind the camera, I wasn't translating what I was saying to the camera. I wasn't reading as consistently as I should have been. I wasn't meditating. I wasn't doing the stuff which got me to the level in the first place. Another story, literally like a month ago, my close friend challenged me in the sauna. We were sitting in the sauna by ourselves. Keep in mind, it was only us two. My friend challenged me. He said, okay, Adrian, the next person, guy or girl, that walks in, you need to speak to. Whatever, just say anything. So an older man came in. And instantly I felt like anxiety. Even though like socially, okay, I can talk pretty well. I don't have as of much social anxiety as what I once did. The guy comes in, I'm like, fuck, I need to do this. If I don't do it, my friend's gonna look at me as a bitch. So I just said, hey bro, how long are you staying in here for? To hear how long he pushes himself in the sauna. He says like 15 minutes. I'm like, oh bro, you should definitely push for 20. I said something like that. And whatever, the conversation started flowing. After I completed that challenge, you know how good I felt about myself? You know how much harder I wanted to lock in on my goals that were completely irrelevant to that challenge itself? Completing any challenge. This is why you hear that boring, mundane advice like, oh, challenge yourself to make your bed in the morning. I used to hear that and I thought it was bullshit. But if you're the type of guy who never makes his bed in the morning, okay, that is actually a challenge for you. So do it. And over time, it will become less of a challenge and more routine. So then you need to find yourself with new challenges, new ways to conquer. You would always challenge yourself in every single video game you were to play. Why aren't you challenging yourself in real life to put yourself in more in your masculine energy? So then deep down, you know you're giving it your all. How have I challenged myself today? I've said to myself that I'm not going to sleep until I record 3 YouTube videos today in this one sitting. I'm not going to stop. That is my challenge. And if I don't accomplish this challenge, I'm a bitch and all of you can call me out for it. I want you to ask yourself, is your social circle right now challenging you in any way, shape, or form? Do they want you to be better? Or do they want you to do pretty good, but just not better than them? Because they're not friends. My friends who I give advice to, I give them advice because I want them to do better than me. I want them to learn faster than what I did. I don't want them to go through the same shit younger Adrian had to go through to get where he is now. I want their pathway to be easier. That's this whole niche of self-improvement. That's all my YouTube videos. I want you to not step on those mouse traps that I stepped on. And obviously, me being the leader of this movement, I'm gonna make mistakes. I've already made so many mistakes in this content creation journey of having too much of an ego, having too much conviction, which I still think is like, doesn't exist. You can never have too much conviction. Like, what? That's the type of stuff I would hear. But I'm doing this journey, I don't want to say solo, but I make mistakes and I share them. There's no one I really watch other than like, okay, maybe a couple other self-improvement YouTubers. But you can only watch so much. I guess life experience is a real thing. And I'm only 23. And I started posting YouTube videos, last year when I was 22. I'm still like a baby. Maybe I'm a man in a baby's body. I don't know, but I'm trying to grow. I'm always trying to become better and become more of the superior man. It's just crazy. Like, the world tries to promote, oh, you need to go see. This is going to be so polarizing. The world tries to promote so much. Oh, you need to go see a doctor and you need to do this for this amount of period of time to cure depression. I was depressed 2, 3 years ago, and if I was to tell Adrian how he can climb out of that rut, it's for him to stop being a boy and put him more in his right energy, because I can guarantee you, younger Adrian deep down knew why he felt like shit. Because he had so much anxiety, because he had so much fear, and because he was worrying so much that he knew deep inside that he wasn't doing what he was supposed to be doing. And right now, that was posting content. That's why I felt depressed, because maybe I was doing something which deep down I didn't really want to be doing, but I was doing it anyway. Why should you do what you want to do? Why should you chase your purpose? Why should you not just live a boring life of working 9 to 5 and choose this path instead? This path of self improvement and being in your right energy, most importantly, you are going to feel, you are going to feel fulfilled. You're not going to be overthinking at night. You're going to be not, you I can't speak. You're not going to be twisting and turning in bed. You're going to be able to go to bed every single night with a huge smile on your face, knowing you gave it your all, knowing you're living your days how you want to live them. And not anyone can say anything about that other than yourself. As guys, we do need more leaders, more people who are like on the higher end of masculinity, giving their advice. And I used to be like extremely feminine, probably the most feminine out of all of my friends back in high school. My wrists were the size of my pinky. I had girls in my class who were doing this, like putting the whole hand around my wrist and making fun of me because of how skinny I was. And you want to know what the fucked part was? I thought there was nothing I could do about it. I didn't know what a gym was. I didn't know what self improvement was. I thought, okay, I'm skinny and I can't talk to girls, so my whole life for the rest of existence is going to continuously be like this. No, it wasn't. What I just said was me coping back then at the greatest level. I guess this motivates me so much now, like, especially when I'm speaking to either my friends or people for the first time. It kills me and gives me an ick, and I guess it almost like puts that energy slowly back in me, but I try to like erase it and karate it in the quickest way possible. But when I'm speaking to someone and I notice or hear that they are coping in even the slightest way, I want to try correct that as fast as possible because I hate coping. And yes, I still cope, and yes, I still have people come up to me and slap me out of it. Okay, I'm human. But I know I've reached a greater level of combating copeness, if that's a word. And right now, if you know you're coping, but you're still like lacking awareness, you gotta like write it out. Write down your fears. Because right now, bro, you watch a lot of content creators, and I know you probably want to start posting content as well, but the only thing that's stopping you is coping and fears. So we got to dive deep. We got to figure out what these fears are that are preventing you from being in your masculine energy. Because once we find these fears and throttle them and choke them and strangle them, we're going to become unstoppable. But we're going to become the man. And most importantly, we are going to become locked in. Stop coping. Hang out with the right people, the right guys, the right friends, the people who push you to reach that next level. Get to work. I hope this video has motivated and educated you. I am currently starting my school community group. That will be the first link in the description. In there, we have a chat and you can ask a bunch of questions. Broad, anything self-improvement related. Fitness, diet, books, anything. Full thread of you posting and me answering. I might even make a YouTube video answering your question. I'm also doing weekly live calls in there and also going to have a bunch of pre-recorded courses specifically about relationships and how to build that aesthetic body. Other than that, I'm also going to leave a link of all of the books that helped me become more of a masculine man. That will be the second link in the description. Make sure to click the subscribe button and also that little bell icon. It'll kind of like remind you when I do upload these types of videos so you can watch them and educate yourself as soon as humanly possible. I'll see you in the next video. Peace.